Check, check, check. Yeah, it's good. It's working. It's working. Okay, all praises, man. We having some issues. We was having some issues. All kind of technical difficulties. Just trying to get that together real quick, y'all. My fault. I'm gonna take it from the top. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. All praise. Let everything that have breath praise you, the Lord. Okay. No, that ain't working. All right. Whatever. All right, baby. Okay, we in here. We in here. We in here. All right, y'all know what it is, man. Grla TV, grla.tv, exclusive home of all my premium content. We got everything from the teachings to all kind of extracurriculars. We got courses. We got everything on there. If you subscribe here on Twitch, you can get a discount on these 3 tiers. Right, get a discount on the Grla Gang tier, the CZYN tier, and the Grla Gang Plus tier. The Grla Gang tier is going to get you all my Twitch live, not my Twitch live, my TikTok live replays, as well as my street teaching content, uncut stuff too hot for YouTube. We got all the extracurricular stuff there on CZYN, right? And the courses and things like that start on the Grla Gang Plus tier. The leadership course, the Playmakers course, teaching y'all about the finances and things like that. All of that is on those 3 tiers. And again, you get a discount on all of those 3 tiers if you sub to the Twitch. And then of course we got the Cutthroat Academy, which is the debate course, the next tier, and then the life coaching course next. If you're looking for a counseling, we have that available here too. You don't got to be subscribed to get the counseling. That's a one-off thing. We just dropped a very powerful Playmakers episode available on the Grla Gang Plus tier. Again, this is the tier where we giving y'all all the money plays and things like that, how to build a multi-million-dollar training business. Powerful information with a brother who's done it, ran it over a decade, multi-million-dollar training business, giving y'all top to bottom over 3 hours of financial information and game. Just dropped, more coming. I'm gonna do e-commerce next. I'm gonna tell y'all top to bottom how to run your e-commerce and things of that nature. So that's all again at Grla TV. And of course, if you Grla Gang Plus are up, you'll actually get access to a premium exclusive Discord chat. So my Discord, if you just type in Grla.club, it'll redirect you to my Discord. Of course, the Discord is free, but there is a premium channel that's just been added for Grla Gang Plus and up members, right? I also have a a reaction channel that I just started within the Discord chat. So you could actually submit things that you'd like to see me react to of any sort here on the Discord. So definitely want to plug that. Praise the Lord. Make sure you tap into the Guerrilla Hebrew TikTok as well. We've been going crazy on TikTok, and again, those lives air uncut, unedited, only at Grla TV. After they done, that's the only place you're going to be able to see them in their totality at, man. But we're going to get this thing cracking here. My brother Poetic Flacco is going to hit us with something very comprehensive, giving us top to bottom the play-by-play and the inside information on what happened last night at Aiden Ross's brand risk event and why the hell we saw AB pulling his pistol out. Right? We all been wondering. It's been hitting the headlines everywhere. And our brother Poetic Flacco has some tremendous insight, as he always does. He is the GOAT at bringing us the scoops. I'm telling you, he's the GOAT at this. So definitely let's tap into what Flacco was talking about, and let's find out what happened with this whole situation with Antonio Brown last night.
Antonio Brown has finally completed his crash out mission, bruh. He been trying to ruin his life for about 5 years now. He finally succeeded. Tonight, his life is officially over, if the accusations the police are saying is true. Antonio Brown was at Aiden Raw's brand risk fight event where he pays influencers to fight each other. While at this brand risk fighting event, Antonio Brown was actually led away in cuffs. Hey, don't let no one else in the gate. Hey. All of y'all watching this video is wondering, what did Antonio Brown do this time, bruh? What kind of trouble did he get himself into? Looking for y'all, I got the full story, okay? And it's not the cap y'all been seeing online. He wasn't jumped. They wasn't trying to snatch his chain. It's all cap. I got the full story from the horse's mouth himself and people involved. The story actually connects to Kendrick Lamar in a strange way. I know Kendrick Lamar is involved in every pop culture event right now, bro. This man is on top. Shout out my brother Danza Project, man, because he provided all the footage, inside source, everything. He's the reason why this video is being made, because he put me onto a lot of game I didn't know. So, you guys remember the guy who protested with the Palestinian flag at the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance? This guy right here, he was able to secure a role in the Super Bowl as a background dancer. And then when the Super Bowl started, he protested and showed the Gaza flag. Now, his entire mission is to spread Islam to as many people as he can, which is why this story is really crazy, because he was involved in an altercation with Antonio Brown that led Antonio Brown to be let off in handcuffs. His name is Zulkarnain. He shows up to a lot of these events with influencers and he tries to have a conversation with them to enlighten them, let them know about Islam. He recently had an altercation with Charleston White where he pulled up on Charleston White to confront Charleston White about some things he have said in the past that was disrespectful about Islam. And that didn't really go too well because Charleston White refused to back down and he was disrespectful in person.
I don't believe in the creator, man. My mama believe in the creator.
I was at an event with him, so I pulled him to the side. He was respectful. I'm saying, why do you slander black Muslims and you blanket that statement on everyone?
Now you're falling for the trickery. No, I'm not falling for the trickery. No. I'm telling you, all my Muslims from Rollo to all over.
And then he was, calm in his talking and respectful and just saying that the people, he was talking only about the people he knows. And I reminded him of many of the great black Muslims, i.e. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, who are international figures.
Everybody I know who claim Allah went to prison. Everybody. I don't know now born calling Allah. Every guy I know went to prison and came home talking Allah.
Camera started coming up because we were talking. And then that's when his whole demeanor changed. He started becoming a whoopus, a over whoopus.
If I'm gonna claim any religion, I'm going to white Jesus.
Cursing this, cursing that.
Hate for a mother come to me talking on their way out the door and Allah sent him to me.
He admitted to being a hypocrite. He admitted to working for the devil. So this is a real kuffar.
Yeah, I don't understand that. When has Charleston White ever proclaimed to be anything but a hypocrite? I don't even understand the point of you saying that. Everybody knows that. He makes it clear. He sought out and to get in the content space. Now, again, I misunderstood him very early on, but he's so much redundantly explained himself so many times. I don't think anybody really got an excuse right now to understand what's going on. Right? Anybody that's an intellectual and a thinker, like a complex thinker, right? It's simple. Charleston White started in the social media in the content space to push positivity. As he pushed positivity, he realized his own people who he was pushing positivity to tore him down, and they cared more about negativity. So when he began to go negative, everybody started paying attention to him. So he uses those negative talking points, those jaw droppers, those rage bait statements in order to garner attention. Then he slips the positivity in there if you're paying attention, if you're listening. That's what he does, right? So you really just wasted your damn time with that and you thought you made a point, and he's not doing anything but portraying the exact character that he told the whole world that he is betraying. He is not making it a secret. He is playing a character online. He's not making it a secret. Right? Come on.
Not somebody that's not a Muslim, but somebody who rejects Islam and disbelieves. I was obligated to condemn him slandering black Muslims, and I told him he's been warned. Protect yourself from the wrath of Allah.
So he said you've been slandering black Muslims. Now, he utilized, if y'all watched a little earlier, let's go a little earlier.
Talking. And then that's when his whole demeanor changed. He started becoming a whoopus, a over whoopus.
If I'm gonna claim any religion, I'm going to white Jesus.
Figures.
Everybody I know.
And I reminded him of many of the great black Muslims, i.e. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali.
Why are you why are you name dropping Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali, right? From your whole get down, it seems to me that you're an Orthodox Muslim. Now, granted, towards the end of Malcolm's life, Malcolm definitely converted to Orthodox Islam. But what made black people in America love him was his time as a member of the Nation of Islam, right? Which you guys would condemn and say is not Islam at all. Malcolm X, not Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali also. Muhammad Ali also. Muhammad Ali also, 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 a member of the Nation of Islam, not an Orthodox Muslim. So you utilizing them in your talking points when they represent something that your religious institution would condemn and reject as Islam is very disingenuous in and of itself, right? Those individuals who we have again come to love here in the diaspora as our heroes are members of the Nation of Islam, not Shia and Sunni mosque visitors. They don't get down like that. They're not standing next to the Arab, right? They are with their own people in their own spaces, following a custom and a culture and a system that was cultivated by and for them through the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Very plain and simple. Not anybody that any of your imams would ever co-sign. Very disingenuous.
Who are international figures.
Everybody I know who claim Allah went to prison. Everybody. I don't know now born calling Allah. Every guy I know went to prison and came home talking Allah.
Camera started coming up because we were talking. And then that's when his whole demeanor changed. He started becoming a whoopus, a over whoopus.
If I'm gonna claim any religion, I'm going to white Jesus. I'm going to my mama's white Jesus.
Cursing this, cursing that.
Hate for a mother come to me talking on their way out the door and Allah sent him to me.
He admitted to being a hypocrite. He admitted to working for the devil. So this is a real kuffar. Not somebody that's not a Muslim, but somebody who rejects Islam and disbelieves. I was obligated to condemn him slandering black Muslims, and
Oh, shout out Kara Brown. Kara Brown, you done made it over to Twitch. You done made it over to Twitch. Yeah, they just shut me down on TikTok yesterday, man. So let me tell you what happened on TikTok real quick. TikTok was cool. We was coming to the end. My phone was getting low. I let somebody up just to kind of kick it up real quick, get some excitement going. Some fireworks for the viewership. And that individual used a word that is now deemed, it used to be common word, but it's now deemed as like hate speech, right? About a little person. And I repeated the word, not co-signing the word, but I was trying to use it against him. And because of that, they knocked my live down. And they put me in live jail for 3 days on TikTok. So I won't be on TikTok. I'll be right here on the Twitch, YouTube, all that though. Trust and believe. We're going to keep this cracking for sure. But as far as the other stuff, no. It's crazy, right? It's insane. It is absolutely insane. I couldn't believe I was so mad. And I'm like, I don't even want to let nobody up no more. If this is the type of stuff that's going to happen. I don't want nobody else to come and jeopardize my damn TikTok. You know what I'm saying? That's mine, right? But all praise him. Yeah, that's what happened, Kara. That's what happened, man. I ain't gonna care. I was mad as hell. I couldn't even believe it. I'm just like, damn, But it is what it is. It happened, and we live and we learn. We live and we learn for sure. I appealed, and they rejected the appeal. They like, nah, because I said one of the words too, and the word I said is technically not a hate word, but it's like borderline. It's clinically correct, but it's not socially accepted. The word I repeated, he used a direct word that's known as hate speech now towards little people. Crazy, insane. So yeah, that's what I had to deal with yesterday. But let's keep it going.
Told him he's been warned. Protect yourself from the wrath of Allah.
He worried about what wrath, and I'm rejecting.
Now, when he brings it upon himself, just know that this was documented.
So what happened tonight is the brother tried to have a conversation with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown wasn't going for it whatsoever. Now, they went back and forth, and after a few attempts of trying to have a conversation, Antonio Brown decided he was done trying to have a conversation. He wasn't getting his chain snatched. He didn't get jumped. Antonio Brown and his homies, they did the jumping. Antonio Brown swung on him, and when Antonio Brown swung on him, his entourage jumped in. So the Muslim brother is on the far right. He's currently surrounded by Antonio Brown and his entourage. Antonio Brown is being pulled away by the white security guard on your left. Antonio Brown falls down, gets back up and starts kicking the security guard. He's trying to figure out, yo, is he coming with any dudes? So he realizes, okay, the dude is trying to get away. Antonio Brown is separated from his entourage. His entourage follows the Muslim brother, and they start chasing him. This the part of the video you're about to witness the stupidity that got Antonio Brown caught up. So dude is backing up. Dude is trying to get away, okay? He's done fighting. Y'all done jumped him. Y'all done beat him up already, bro. He's good. Now, he held his own, but he's good. Antonio Brown, homie in the green, squares up. He sees dude is backing up and trying to get away. He pursues the dude. Dude is still holding his face and his eye, being backed up by security. Antonio Brown comes out of nowhere, by the way, right? The situation is done. Antonio Brown, right here, comes out of nowhere. Now, watch what's in his hand, people. Watch what's in his hand.
Antonio tripping. AB tripping, but y'all know, man, come on, man. He let you know he got CTE. He let you know that his brain be getting banged around in the helmet and he ain't right in the mind, man. He ain't right in the mind. But listen, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. For the Muslim brother, this is why, let me show y'all this, right? This is why we read this. That's why we read this. Okay? There's some knowledge you can't get at college, some game that ain't in the Quran, right? I know you read surahs, but I'm going to show you a book called Ben Surah, right? Also known as Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. It was in the original 80 books published in the King James Version. It also was in the 73 books published in the Catholic Version. The Bible was later took out 1789 by the Protestants. Had no business being taken out. Nothing but overwhelming, invaluable knowledge. And I'm going to show you that if you just follow this right here, you would have just followed this, you wouldn't have been in that situation, and you wouldn't have been in that situation with Charleston White or any foolish situation that you probably land yourself in trying to evangelize at an inopportune time, right? I understand you have a zeal and you want to evangelize. I get it. I'm zealous. I want to evangelize my ideology, my belief system for sure. But I understand there's a time and place for all things, right? It tells us that in Ecclesiastes 3, a very widely and famously popularly known Bible verse. But I'm going to give you a little bit more game from the Bible, Good New Translation, so it's going to be very plain and simple. We're going to start here, Sirach 32 or Ben Surah 32. And we're going to start at verse 3. And it says, if you are older than most guests, you may talk. That is your right. But you should know what you are talking about and not interrupt the music. If entertainment is being provided, don't keep up a steady conversation. It's the wrong time to show off your wit. In an area and in a venue, an event where there's entertainment being provided, it's the wrong time to try to evangelize people, right? To show off your knowledge, your wit, your information, right? It's the wrong time to do that in the method in which you're doing it. Verse 5, music at a banquet where wine is served is like a ruby set in gold. Good music and good wine, an emerald set in gold. If you are young, don't speak unless you have to, but never more than twice, and only if someone speaks to you first. Come to the point and say it all in a few words so that you are well informed, but stay quiet. So if you're going to talk in these instances, don't say a whole lot. Show that you're well informed and stay quiet. Hit them with a really good, solid punch. That's what you do. That's what the wisdom of the Lord is teaching us, man. All right, appreciate the sub, Kara. Right? That's what the wisdom of the Lord is teaching us to do in these instances, in these situations. Right? Not try to overwhelm somebody, not try to hit them with the water hose and bog them down with this information and this evangelization. No. Say something and come to a point and say it all in a few words so that you are well informed, but stay quiet. That's how I've been effective. You know, I'm outside. I'm in the nightlife. You can see me in all the hot spots. Right? And when you do, number one, I let the way I'm carrying myself speak the loudest volumes. That's my evangelization right there. How I'm carrying myself, how I'm operating, right? The integrity, the wisdom in which that people can clearly observe me moving with. My light is imminently illuminating the room and people cleave to that. Right? I don't have to try to bog them down with the information. I let them know where they can go find the information or set up a time after which that's appropriate for us to discuss the information. But I'm not overwhelming nobody in that setting at all. Right? We're going to continue. Don't treat important people as if you were their equal, Antonio Brown, Charleston White. And I know you think you're important, and it's not a matter of whether or not you're more valuable than them or they're more valuable than you. But it is about the general society holds them in a space and on a level of higher importance than they hold you to. It's just that plain and simple. It's no big deal. Don't treat them like you're their equal. And don't make a nuisance of yourself by asking them a lot of questions. You're coming around making yourself a nuisance, and that's why you got your ass whooped and a pistol put on you. Because you came around making yourself a nuisance, trying to evangelize people to Islam, again, at an inopportune time. Instead, you should be trying to make good impressions on individuals and begin to build and forge relationships with them that will later begin to develop and allow you to water them as plants that can grow into something. Right? But you're not trying to plant seeds. You're trying to kill people. Right? When I say kill people, imagine a plant and you took a fire hose and cut it on and water that plant. You're going to drown that plant and it's not going to grow because you're not following wisdom, because frankly, the Quran is not giving it. Right? So now, don't treat important people as if you were their equal, and don't make a nuisance of yourself by asking them a lot of questions. The reputation of a modest person goes before him as lightning before thunder. You see that? The reputation of a modest person. So you're better navigating these situations and these events more appropriately and with more wisdom. So your reputation goes and shines and people actually start coming to you. You start attracting them as opposed to you trying to get in their ear, being a nuisance to them. Right? So, yeah, that's okay. That's pretty much it on the point I wanted to make there. Let's get back to this though.
Starts pursuing the dude with a gun. We're going to slow it down some more so y'all can really see him with the gun. This is no police stuff, all right? We're just doing the Lord's work, all right? We're doing it. You see right there what's in his hand? He pursues the guy with a firearm. Dude is already out the building and he's gone. If you by chance do something to this guy, it's no longer self-defense, bro. The self-defense is out the window if you lay another hand on this dude or use that weapon on him. These are the bad decisions that led Antonio Brown to getting kicked out of the NFL. Antonio Brown, when he left the Steelers, I think he had like a $30 or $40 million contract that all he had to do was just not get in trouble and get by training camp. He couldn't do that, and he lost that deal. Antonio Brown came back with the Bucks. He couldn't behave and lost that deal. So Antonio Brown is prone to bad decisions making. What's a really bad decision is in a packed venue, in a packed space, you pull out a firearm and you the bag, you the multimillionaire, and you got a bunch of raggedy dudes behind you, your entourage.
Yeah, if anybody was supposed to pull burner in that situation, it's definitely not Antonio Brown, right? You got your shooters there. You know, I think Grla said it best, shoot or shoot, right? I believe Antonio Brown, he from up out of Broward County. He got them Broward niggas with him. They supposed to handle that, right? But even so, there's no need for even escalation to the point where a firearm needs to be discharged in that situation. Y'all been already jumped him. Dude by himself, leave it alone. You know what I mean? It's good. Y'all done beat on him, security taking him away. Situation over. So pursuing him as, you know, the central figure of your entourage with a firearm by yourself, I mean, it just screams stupidity on so many levels. But again, it's all on brand for Antonio Brown, who has definitely been laying into the angle that CTE is causing him to behave erratically and irrationally. Simple and plain.
Hey, bro, if push comes to shove, if you really are just bloodthirsty, you really just want to violate somebody or do him in, bro, you hand that pistol to one of your entourage, bro. Why are you paying them bum-ass ninjas for? If them bum-asses, I don't know them, I can't call them bums, but if them bums you with, bro, can't hold the pistol, then why they around? Why are they around, bruh? So we're about to see the aftermath. So Antonio Brown runs away, has the gun in hand.
And this is all on Aiden Ross's kick. Wow.
Snaggy, bro, where's Snaggy at?
Oh, it's cracking. Okay. He from Miami. He ain't from Brown. He from Miami. Okay. It's cracking. It's cracking.
Snaggy, bro, where's Snaggy at?
Hold on, is that what's the nigga name? Gucci Gang. What's the nigga name with the chair?
Snaggy, bro. Where's Snaggy at?
That's Gucci Gang. What's the nigga name? Not Lil Peep. What's this nigga name, man? Gucci Gang. Could somebody tell me? Does anybody know Gucci Gang's name? Y'all gonna make me look it up. Gucci Gang. Lil Pump, not Lil Peep, Lil Pump. Is that Lil Pump with the chair?
Hell no. Get down.
That shit not even cool, bro.
think it is.
Check.
There you go.
Try it again. Check, check. Okay, there we go. Y'all hear me now? What was I saying? Where the hell was I at? I'm gonna just start it over from the point I was making about the intrigue. So much intrigue is added to an event when something like this happens. It's just true. We all know it. You hear about a spy getting shot up. The girls, they want to go there, so of course that's gonna bring the guys. It's just like in the dope game. Somebody ODs off that pack, somebody RIPs off that pack, man, the fiends is gonna come running back. Plain and simple. How do you think there is a fetty epidemic in this country? People know what it does to you. People know how risky it is to take it, how potentially life-threatening it is to get high off it. And people are doing it at an epidemic rate because it's intriguing, right? It's alluring. So more intrigue and allure has just been added to the brand risk events. If he got kicked out of his current venue, he could still just go find another one and probably do it even bigger. The next one, I'm sure, is going to be even bigger after a damn shooting took place. Let's be for real. We understand how this stuff works, right? We understand how this works. So let's keep it going.
Why the f y'all putting your hands on A-Beat, bro? That guy's got to go to. I'm gonna press charges
right now.
Why is he detained?
He's detained.
Why?
He's a fucking patient.
Guys, detain is fine.
No, well, detained is not arrested.
Yeah.
He's the one that got put in handcuffs out of everybody out there.
But why?
Because he the one doing the damn shooting, Aiden.
He's the one who got
They're
The nigga crazy.
the ones who. What? Bro, what the f? Bro?
I think at this point in time, everybody was under the belief that Antonio Brown was getting jumped or robbed for his chain, and that's not true at all whatsoever. That's not what took place at all. This was a conversation over religion that went bad. But let's just think about that. This was a conversation over religion that went bad. Now, I've been there. I've had conversations over religions that have ended in shootings. I have. But it's just so nuts and it's just so unfortunate that that's even a thing, right? Let's keep going. Here's the thing. Antonio Brown goes away with the gun. Shots went off. Police come and they carry him away in cuffs. However, they apparently didn't have enough to arrest him right then and there. So they had to let him go. But that don't mean the investigation is over, to be honest, bro. All right. Antonio Brown is on camera brandishing a firearm after a fight. Florida law states, first, understands that Florida law does not allow for the open carry of any handguns. If you display a handgun in a situation that cannot be legally justified as self-defense, you could be subject to criminal charges. Therefore, firearms cannot be openly carried. At the very least, Antonio Brown committed a crime that night. So let's now see Antonio Brown being detained and then released as a sign of no criminal charges is coming. Criminal charges could very well be coming like very shortly. Like as soon as the police go home and review everything, bro, criminal charges could be coming. Because at the very least, he brandished a firearm when there's no case for self-defense, bro. Like the dude was running away. The dude was trying to get away. Antonio Brown grabbed the firearm and pursued him. Now, people who was there are saying that Antonio Brown shot in the air. However, there's no footage that I have, so I'm not going to put it on them. I'm not going to do the police work for them, all right? I have nothing against Antonio Brown. So here is footage of Antonio Brown actually making his way back, actually coming back to the warehouse that Aiden Ross had the events at. And Antonio Brown actually goes on stream with Aiden Ross, and he actually plays it pretty smart. He says, I don't know what happened. I have CTE.
You're letting him back in. You good, my boy? That is insane. He's back.
Nothing happened. We left some blood out there, huh?
Huh?
There's niggas out there bleeding.
Let's catch up. Catch up. Nothing. I didn't see. Yeah, catch up.
Yeah, I got CT. I blacked out. I ain't know what happened. Blacked out, dude. I blacked out, Aiden.
I know you did.
I ain't know what happened.
I know.
Your eyes, man. Bring it came out.
Bring it up, bro. That was your shit.
Antonio Brown is trying to tell people that they was trying to snatch his chain. That's not true at all. Now, after Antonio Brown left, Aiden Ross actually got a call from like the police in a venue where they claim like the police is coming, the FBI is being called, and they want the
So the venue, and that's a key thing. So where did he have this at? Let's see, Brand Risk Promotions. What was? Let's go to the IG, right? So that was yesterday's event. Brand Risk 7. I didn't even hear about this. He might be having these too often. Because when was the last one with Scam on there? No, I can't say he's having them too often, though. I can't even say that because, you know, this is like a, what you call it, is that? That looked like, I know her. I'm like, okay, let's keep going. Where's the flyer at? April. Okay, so once a month. He doing it once a month. That ain't bad. Once a month, not bad. You know, but it just, see, because even like, let's look at this card. Okay, he had the Island Boy nigga. Who else he had? And then Scam and YK Osiris. Other than that, who are these people? But I mean, whatever. If it's working, it's working. You know? Brand Risk 7. Who was the headline? I don't even know these people. Oh, Slim Jimmy, though. I know Slim Jimmy, though. Okay. From, Ray Shrimmer. Wait, the Island Boys fought each other? That's hilarious. I might have to react to that. For sure. We might have to get into that. Okay. So where was this at, though? That's my point. Where was it at? Was it at the same spot? Because he supposedly owns his spot, right? Terrible Fight Miami. But I'm saying, though, was it's the same spot he been doing it at, though? Because don't look like he got the venue on these flyers. Might be some exclusive type. Invite only. Okay. So he must not own it. He must be renting the warehouse then, which is cool. You know, owning is not always the smartest investment. Okay, let's get back to it.
Brown left. Aiden Ross actually got a call from like the police.
He's spending $60K a month on that. Bad investment.
A venue where they claim like the police is coming, the FBI is being called, and they want the entire venue cleared out because.
Yeah, and they'll do that. So if y'all remember, okay, but it's the whole so it's not just for those events. It's a content warehouse. Okay, that makes sense. But these things happen when you don't own. That's what happened. That's how we, a couple years back or the last year Passover, they had a music video shoot at their venue where we were supposed to have a Passover at. They got shot up, and the people got kicked out. Who were renting the venue got kicked out by the owners of the venue. So yeah, that's why we couldn't have that. So that happens when incidents like that happen, and you got a landlord or owner. They don't really give a damn about your sob story or the fact that it was quote unquote so-called out of your control. They don't care about none of that. They don't give a good damn about none of that. They getting you up out of there. They don't like shootings. They don't like things like, they like their money, but they don't like problems. If too many problems come accompanied with the money, they'll get you up out of there because they know there's somebody else who will pay them that same price to have that. Or if they don't, they can just write it off. You see what I'm saying? So it's not typically worth the trouble.
They want to investigate for ballistics, footage, et cetera, et cetera. So the investigation is far from over. Like, Antonio Brown just got released at this moment because they don't have enough to charge him with anything.
Hey, or what it's your birthday, Happy birthday. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday,
How we celebrating,
Oh, so
We go party.
Oh, we're
gonna have to leave in like the next few minutes because the police want to do a full investigation.
Oh my God.
Bro, they're sending the whole fucking. They're sending FBI.
Yo, fucking
Swear to God, or
just
whatever,
for that.
or whatever, because they're. We knew real quick.
That tells me somebody is getting arrested for this. somebody is going down for this, bro. You're not firing.
And now, I want y'all to think about this, right? FBI. They talking about the FBI. Now you may think, well, what would the FBI be interested in a shooting at, some fight event? That's local law enforcement. If they're within the city limits of Miami, that's Miami PD or, wherever they're at. That's their jurisdiction. Here's the problem. When you have high-profile individuals and a gang of them all at one place, you have no idea who has the FBI tail, who the FBI are following, looking into, possibly protecting, because these individuals are people of interest or informants. FBI could have been in the building simply because of the level of entertainment event that it was. I'll bring y'all to a time where the hip hop cop, what's the nigga name? I forget dude name, but he was NYPD. He was a part of the hip hop police division there in NYPD, and he was a part of a special detail at a particular boxing event in Vegas. And Steven Seagal was in the casino with a gun, and there was a group of not a uniformed police, undercover police. It was a joint task force that was going around stopping people throughout the casino, and they end up stopping Steven Seagal. Again, that's when Steven Seagal had the gun. But Steven Seagal requested, he said, hey, look, I only talked to 3 law enforcement agencies, NYPD, LAPD, or FBI. That's it, right? So they implant feds in these type of events all the time to monitor, especially if there are people of interest and or informants there. So that's why I would think there would be an interest from the feds. Derek Parker, exactly. Derek Parker, him. You know right what I'm talking about, bro. So yeah, they definitely be having feds around these type of high profile events.
Firing a gun in like a packed venue like that, bro, for no reason. Now, Charleston White would actually break down, like he gives more insight into exactly what took place with Antonio Brown, and he would actually link it to his own situation where he claims, yo, I got arrested for doing the same thing that Antonio Brown just did. Now, XQC will actually reveal that the Muslim guy, they claim, had a knife with him. And apparently they're claiming that Antonio Brown might be able to get off or might be able to weasel his way out of this if he claims that he was trying to protect other people. Because the dude is running away. He's
basically like Lil Tim, right? Lil Tim got away with killing King Von simply because King Von ran up out of the thin blue sky and began to attack Quando Rondo, who Lil Tim was with, and Lil Tim jumped in to protect. So that's why he was able to do that.
Retreated. Antonio Brown pursued him, but he had a knife on him. Now, I don't know how a knife.
Now, again, a knife is a deadly weapon, but having a knife on your person and in your possession and wielding it and utilizing it in a threatening way are 2 different things totally. So if I had the knife and I never pulled it, then there is no just cause for you bringing that gun out, especially after you and a bunch of your boys and already jumped on me. If anything, I have the right to bring the knife out because multiple people just attacked me and now I have to defend myself. You see what I'm saying? So if they made the first moves on him as far as the physical altercation, I don't see how possibly self-defense is going to actually work. Other than simply if he doesn't cooperate, which I hope he wouldn't, but we'll see.
Could be seen as a public risk and a public danger, especially when there's mass security surrounding the dude, helping remove him from out the building. Antonio Brown pursuing him with a gun was unnecessary from my perspective, but hey, who knows, right? But here is Charleston White breaking down exactly why he thinks Antonio Brown will probably get arrested because his situation is similar to Antonio Brown's.
Me in the head with a pistol. I see the gun. He hold a hostage. He held everybody in the barbershop hostage. Don't let nobody leave. I go get my gun. I go pursue them. When I come out the door, they're leaving, but the guy in the passenger seat is pointing the gun at me. I chase after them. I got charged with 2 ag assaults for the same thing.
Damn.
The thing is, though, is that there's
you can't chase after people, okay? So people understand self-defense and how self-defense works in the eyes of the law, right? And guess what? It's based on the Bible too. How self-defense works is, as long as a threat is immediately imposed on you or somebody else in your proximity, you can defend them. The moment those people retreat, there is no longer a threat, and you are not justified in pursuing them any further. They're no longer a threat to you. You no longer need to defend yourself or somebody you're with from that person. Right? I remember a situation where my little brother had some people that came to the house. He had got to tripping, and he had chased them out the yard into the street. And I forget if he hit him with a chair, a stick. It was something, right? He called me over to the house. Yeah, I showed up. He had called me to the house like before the situation escalated. By the time I got there, the police was already there. People was already handcuffed and on the curb. This in California, mind you. So, boom, I'm talking to the police. And I'm like, so the police is kind of letting me know, like, you know, the moment he chased him to the middle of the street, it wasn't self-defense anymore. I said, okay. I said, so as long as we're on the property, it's castle doctrine. And he said, yeah. So castle doctrine means you have the right to defend your castle. So, like, you can defend your car, you can defend people you're with, you can defend yourself, you can defend your home, your property. All of that is under the realm of self-defense. Now you're in a public place, you and the people you with, or you and your party, or potentially innocent party, can be covered as self-defense. But again, the moment somebody retreats, it's not self-defense anymore, right? Again, that's from the Bible, right? The Bible says if you find somebody breaking in your house, you can do them in. But if they run off, you got to let them go. You don't have the right to end that person's life. If you catch them in the act of breaking into your house, you could end their life. That's not a murder. Okay, that's what you call a justified homicide, a justifiable homicide. But if they running off, it's not justifiable no more. Right? Simple.
There's a threat to somebody else, though.
Hold on.
They're leaving. They're free. No. But that guy, he was a threat to other people.
But there's a guy with a knife.
So he got. I think there's.
Yes. There's like a ton of gun got him on. And somebody got a beer smashed over the head. And what? Rage, your guy, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think it was yours. I'm not sure be fast. He got kicked. Oh my god, you scared me, bro. Are you all right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
From everything you guys have gathered so far, the full story is an altercation took place. Antonio Brown and his homies jumped the guy. Antonio Brown pursued him with a gun, apparently because he claims the guy had a knife on him. When you were nowhere near the knife, you were nowhere near the danger. Apparently, Antonio Brown was trying to play Batman. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? Y'all think Antonio Brown is going to get arrested for this? Y'all think Antonio Brown is going to get off scotch-free? Let me know. They detained him and released him until further investigation. So y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see nothing too much happening. If nobody got shot, I don't see anything too much happening. Potentially an arrest, a drug out court situation, maybe probably. I don't really see nothing happening. Nobody got shot. Nobody got shot. If somebody would have got their ass shot, I can see something really coming from this. But I don't see nothing coming. I just see the intrigue to the brand risk events being added to, and bigger and more successful ones coming for Aiden Ross, for sure. That's definitely what I foresee in this situation. For sure. Okay, we got other stuff going on. We got all kind of other stuff going on in the earth. Shout out DJ Academics. Academics has been doing a masterful job at covering this Diddy trial. I definitely suggest everybody, if you're trying to get informed on the Diddy trial, go check out Academics Covers Everyday Crazy. I already said what I had to say about it. That video's already out. I ain't got nothing else to say about it for the time being. I just know that Don Richard is getting ready to get on the stand, and that might get bad. I heard Aubrey going. That might get bad. But as far as Cassie, she's out of there. Totally discredited. 1,000%, right? But we got Soulja Boy versus DDG, and we got Cardi B versus Rory and Millie Mall. Right? DJ Academics, absolutely. I want y'all to understand something, right? Let me give y'all the background. Let me build it up. We got an individual by the name of Joe Budden. Joe Budden has the #1 podcast in the hip hop world, in the urban world. Joe Budden, #1 podcaster, right? He started his podcast with two guys, Rory and Mal, right? White boy named Rory, and then Mal, who is the little brother of Biggs, who was one of the founders of Rockefeller, along with Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Now eventually there was issues behind the scenes as far as the business dealing, and it led to Joe Budden, Rory and Mal severing. Rory and Mal went started their own podcast. Joe Budden continued his and added a slew of guests, and it's only done nothing but just skyrocket ever since that point. Rory and Mal, they got their own thing going on, right? Okay, boom. At one point, they had a major public beef. Rory, especially with Academics. Academics, of course, always criticize their ability at potting, but it went further than that. Academics outed Rory for cheating on his fiance. Rory took his fiance's people. They from some Caribbean island. I forget if they're Bajan or Trini. I forget what they were. They kind of showed up tripping to Academics' house. It was like a real beef that occurred. So hate Rory and Mal. And recently Cardi B went crazy on Rory and Mal. So let's and I'm here for it because Nicki Ben already son Rory, and I'm here for it, right? I'm all the way here for it. So let's go. Let's take a look.
And Soulja Boy are beefing. Still.
Soulja Boy is poor. He's poor. Niggas ain't cranked that since we was yay high, buddy. I seen that shit. You're poor. I will buy you. Couldn't get next to me. We know you got crackhead teeth under them veneers. Like, it's just certain niggas that was like saying shit just to like, when niggas try to feed off of your misfortune, bro, especially niggas like that, you don't want to go to war with me on this internet shit. Soulja Boy is poor.
Was this Soulja Boy's real teeth? That's the thing I don't like about veneers, man. They file your teeth down. This isn't filed down yet, but they file it down to like some chiclets. Soulja Boy responds to DDG. He said, "You ain't say nothing about pulling, about what?"
Twitch motherfucking begging for subs, nigga. You ain't said nothing about no punching yet. You talk about everything in the world except for punching. When this ain't got nothing to do with crank that. This ain't got nothing to do with who got.
All right, so Aiden, okay, I can see your next brand risk main event right here. There it is. I see your next brand risk main event right here. I can see it. Right here. DDG versus Soulja Boy.
Got the most views, subs. This got to do with me beating your motherfucking ass for putting your hands on the Little Mermaid, twin. This ain't about nothing. Who got the most money? Who got the most hoes? Who did what? This about me beating your motherfucking ass, gang, for touching the Little Mermaid.
Soulja. Big Gucci Soulja. Lil Draco. My nigga. Big Drake, is Big Draco not the little one? Nah, that's the little one. Look at him. Look at that frame. You know, he got an Ethiopian-esque frame, right? So you always steady talk about hitting. We ain't seen you hit yet. You always talk about hitting. Why we ain't seen you bust a move yet? All these years in the public eye. Yet.
You can keep trying to switch the subject, change the subject, and whatever you want to talk about. Hey, man, me and you got to do some punching, nigga. I don't want to hear about nothing else you talking about, man. You in my DMs talking a whole bunch of bullshit, my nigga. Let's fight. Show the DMs, nigga. I told you 10 times, let's fight. You ain't responding to one of the DMs saying, okay. Let's punch, nigga. Fuck Twitch, motherfucking begging for subs, nigga. Talking about it's 2 Stone, what up? Nigga, you talking about everything in the world, but when we gonna fight? Fuck motherfucking crank that. Fuck Twitch, fuck TikTok. When we fighting, little nigga? That's all I want to know. Nigga want to talk about everything in the motherfucking world except for punching, nigga. When we gonna punch? Fuck you talking about, nigga. I'll be back in LA in 2 days, nigga. Where you want me to pull up at? Bitch ass, nigga.
Bro so clearly on drugs, it's crazy. He been so clearly on drugs for all these years. And you know, it's just sad. It's just sad what's happened to Soulja Boy. It's just sad.
When you ready to fight, let me know, nigga. Other than that, I ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about, nigga. You a peon, nigga. You a buster. You's a bitch. Lame. I'm on tour right now, nigga. You ain't.
I mean, DDG used to box. I don't even know like why they even having this conversation. I think if DDG boxed him, I think DDG would win.
Ain't doing no shows, nigga. Talking about and little niggas like you, nigga. Carl, what's up? I see you with the badge. I'm smacking little niggas like DDG, man. Nigga gonna meet the smackers, nigga. Smacking you little niggas up, man. You think you could put your hands on the Little Mermaid, nigga? You crazy, nigga. You crazy than a bitch, nigga. Hey, you better not never put your motherfucking hands on the Little Mermaid again, nigga. On my mama, nigga. Next time I ain't doing no posting or nothing. I'm just pulling up, nigga. You better not do that shit no more, nigga. On my mama. If I hear about you touching the Little Mermaid one more time, nigga, I ain't doing no posting, nigga. I'm pulling up and punching, nigga. On gang. And little niggas like you, nigga. You out your motherfucking mind, little nigga.
All right, man. It's all good. Yo, apparently Cardi B got at Rory over them discussing her new boyfriend. Let's hear this.
The whole entire world is against us, and y'all just be with us. Y'all be so trying to make, oh, men, listen, I hear y'all. Our black men, I hear y'all. Like, hold niggas accountable, bro. Hold niggas accountable, because it could be you very easily.
Are you holding Cardi accountable?
Holding Cardi accountable for what?
Nothing.
Oh, all right. The fuck?
I don't want the smoke.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy for my sis. Y'all see her? Look at her. She glowing.
I love shit like this.
Yo, I'm messy. Me too.
You know why I like shit like this?
Because they're competing with each other?
No. Because in 6 months, when this is over, when
Offset and her will be together?
When Stefan is caught out with another, because you know he's a super whore.
He's already, I think he's dating other people openly. But this is the thing, though. Nobody said they didn't come out and say, they didn't come out and say they in a relationship.
I'm not saying they are. I'm saying in 6 months when he's out with his new flame and Him and Cardi is not even, they stop following each other. You know, all of that's gonna happen. Stop following each other, all of that. I just love to hear the women that's like, I'm happy for my sis. Be happy when Cardi is on IG Live in 6 months and saying Stefan ain't shit.
I'm a little confused by that take and that talking point, though. I'm a little confused because let's talk about why the girls are happy for Cardi B. And this is just objectively speaking. It's not so much about that she's in a new relationship. It's that she's out and happy and not still stuck on somebody who, from their perception, has drugged her through the mud and brought her down and tormented her mentally and emotionally. That's where the happiness is coming from. Not so much like, oh my God, she's with such a better guy right now. It's that she's back outside and she's happy and she's dating and she's not stuck on somebody who they perceive or have deemed as toxic, somebody who is a serial cheater, quote unquote. You know, we don't believe in that, but you know, people do. Things like that. So that's where that's coming from. It's not like they believe that, you know, this is just the greatest look for her or she's just in such this happy relationship. It's just that she's back out there and she's not stuck still, right? But let's go, because Cardi finna go crazy.
Be happy then too.
So what?
Okay, so Cardi B supposedly messaged them and says, "No sympathy shit, because I live and learn, and I've been through worse in my life, but I went through so much shit and deceive. I don't tell my story and put these nasty bitches on blast, because I've seen God handle every woman and men that put tears in my eyes and pain in my heart in the worst way."
Y'all see how she's talking? Right? She's talking from a place of mental torment, it seems. Right? I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not even here to commentate on that. I'm just giving an objective take here. She has expressed that she's went through serious emotional torment. So this is why the girls are happy for her, is because she's back outside and she's been liberated from said torment. Again, not just championing the man that she's with as if he's going to be just Prince Charming and the exact opposite of what Offset is. She may not have those same expectations or care. You know, I done dealt with women and they've been put through the ringer by a man from them cheating. And then they get with me and I'm openly like, well, hey, from the gate, hey, look, I'm dealing with multiple women. And because they get that option at the beginning and they make that choice, an informed decision at the beginning, they're not tormented and brought through the mud and they feel like I've been just doing some deception and just treating them wrong. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't the situation with her and Offset. So that's kind of where that comes from. So she may have an arrangement or a relationship or understanding what I think, what's the brother name? Stephon Diggs, under the impression of, hey, you good, you could do what you want to do. I'm not even tripping because you came out and honest. We don't know. We just know that she's seemingly happy and in a better place and not bogged down by the depression from her last relationship. It's not rocket science.
When a white man like Ruri talking about I need to be held accountable for shit like he don't know one thing about really makes me see red. This ain't a competition. This is me taking baby steps to finally feeling happy. Finally feeling happy. What? Yeah. Finally feeling happy and seeing my sky blue with birds and trees again instead of rainy days. I feel lightweight, motivated, in love with life, in love with love, in love with my career, and most importantly, in love with these 3 kids no matter what. Shut the fuck up, you white bitch, before I light a match to your ass.
How great is it that that Cardi left Maul out and just gave the white boy all the smoke? That's powerful. That's great. That's so great. Because Maul definitely was running his mouth. Damn that. We giving all the smoke. He's from the Bronx too. Maybe she's keeping an uptown code with Maul, but she gave Rory all the smoke. That's great. I absolutely love that.
Okay.
I think it's rollout shit.
Listen, I big Bronx shit. I'm happy for Cardi. She
Cardi
happy.
ain't
She
never
at
liked the Knicks.
She at the Knick game. She smiling.
This is
Salute-
PR. What are we
salute.
talking about?
I'm just talking about the women that's on like, yes, Cardi, yeah,
Me?
move on to a better
Me?
nigga.
Okay.
See, I
Cool.
never said that.
I'm just saying, it's women on the internet saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying those same women. I want to hear from them when this has run its course. Is all I'm saying.
But why does that? And I guess that
Because I
was
just
my
want to hear the
issue,
consistency.
because so many pictures.
Oh no.
Whatever. Whatever, man. Hey, when it comes to Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, it's just clear to me, Cardi's like, she just want to feel happy, man. I don't think she try to be with this guy and think he's the most perfect nigga. I think she's just trying to feel happy. And I think she was probably unhappy with Offset. What is this?
What is this?
All right, there wasn't much to that. Next. Okay, so we got some issues, right? So my brother ODM Slim, right? What's that underscore or something? Oh, that's it. Okay, so my brother ODM Slim. Shout out ODM Slim. So ODM Slim kind of got on everybody's radar. We got introduced to him through the polarizing figure known as Crip Mac, right? C-Mac. Y'all know him. 55th Street, right? That's C-Mac mom right there, right? Yeah, that's C-Mac's mom. Do we have any pictures with C-Mac that's up? Damn, I don't see none. That's the whole reason I went to Cub page. But yeah, so he used to manage C-Mac. He used to manage C-Mac, right? He no longer manages C-Mac, but you know they all a part of, you know, a collective. The Rolling 50s, 50 Neighborhoods, you know, ODM Slim being for 57th Street and Crip Mac being for 55th Street. Okay, so yeah, so Slim was managing C-Mac. He stopped managing C-Mac, but of course they still homies, man. They still, you know, they out the 50s with it. And apparently C-Mac has done an interview from the joint, from federal lockup, which he's currently in, with Witty Apparatus, where it says he goes off on ODM Slim. So I don't know the nature of this. I don't know the context, but I know Slim is my bro. And I know I'm finna just take a look at this, man, and see what's to it. See what's to it. See what's cracking. See what C-Mac is on.
Lawyer, get a great lawyer, and try and get the best outcome of every situation.
Now, it's no surprise that, you know, Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, they were into it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I know this ain't your politic. You don't want to get into that crew and, you know, their business. You know what I'm saying? But now it looks like there's been rumors that now Brick Baby and Loose Cannon are cellmates now while they're in holding. You've been through the holding situation in the feds there in L.A. Like, is that a situation where, you might have an issue on the streets, but because you're all from, from the same, well, they're from the same exact, thing or whatnot, allegedly, that you guys would.
They just got to work their situation out the best they can and just stand on business through all the shit. That's it. That's all they can do.
Okay. So you
They got to
personally,
remember everything's going to see all right.
now you personally, how'd you make your way through all that?
Well, kid, I go through it all. I meet great people. I meet great Crips, some different Damus and different people. I meet a lot of different people. Now I'm here in Mendota. You know how there was here in Mendota, the Crips have a real strong, pretty much it's everything strong over here. They don't want mother on drugs. They don't, you stay on your workout. You do great. Dang, stay on your workout, no drugs. OG Creep from Six Deuce Diamond, a big homeboy here. He puts everything together with everything.
Shout out to my niggas from Six Dudes Diamond up out of Fresno, California. Shout out to all my Six Dudes Diamonds.
Everybody, Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So there's in those feds there's a Crip presence with some OGs that are looking out for the youngsters.
Matter of fact, yeah, he just got clemency with through Joe Biden. This OG Creep right here. Hello.
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, man, this is Witty. I run the Witty Apparatus platform, and I'm just doing a phone interview with Crip Mac, man. And he was talking about you real well, man. He was saying you were really handling your business and keeping everybody in line and sharp out in there.
Right. That is true. I got clemency after 20 years from President Biden. And just to keep my homies on par with what should be going on with the politics as far as no drug abuse, staying on the workouts Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and making sure that everybody is held accountable for their actions. And I have been his Crip Mac Celly for the last 4 months since he's got here.
Nice. That's what's up. It's good that he has an older homie to actually guide him and make sure that he's holding up and doing all the right things, man. So you guys are up there in Fresno County, you know what I mean? Which is
right.
So how does that work? Like, are you originally from LA as well?
No, I'm from the Central Valley. I'm from Fresno, California.
Okay. So and Crip Mac, when you guys get into the feds on the Fed side, do they tend to keep people in California?
Yes, they do because of the First Step Act law. Now we have to be housed within 500 miles of our residence, our last known residence. So they're keeping us at home unless something happened on the yard where we blow the yard or get into a riot or whatever the case may be. Then they'll ship us out of state.
I didn't know that. So the First Step Act came in through Trump in his previous administration. It did free, I think, over 3,000 black people were free as a result of the First Step Act. But I didn't know that came in. And that's great because, people get up in that federal system, and I'm talking about the feds will send you anywhere. You catch a case in California, you from California, you be at AS or USP here in Georgia, in Mississippi somewhere, Atwater, one of them crazy, I don't even know. You know what I mean? You be out there in Colorado at a Florence Supermax. You'll be anywhere. So that makes it, well, that's good. That's great, I think. I think because it becomes very unfair. And when you incarcerated, man, them visits, that mail and those visits are absolutely everything. That's your direct connection to the outside world, and that's where you can get love expressed to you, and things of that nature. So when you are from one state and you shipped clear across the damn country to another state, to serve your time, and you can't get no visits, of course, because your loved ones is nowhere near the facility. I mean, it just kind of, it could do something to you. It can definitely do something to you. The kick in self-esteem and the endorphins that comes from those visits, man, is necessary for many, many inmates, right? So that's interesting. I had no idea that was a part of the First Step Act.
Okay, nice. Nah, that's good, man. For visitors, especially you being from the a lot of time, because there's a lot of people who's in this hip hop space.
So tell them to learn trades. You can better yourself. We courses. People does not have. Don't have.
Man, those are some wise words. OG Creep was spitting some real game changes. You know what I'm saying? Like any of this stuff for this guy.
I don't know J Hood. I ain't never heard of J Hood. Don't fight Crip on all my death.
Oh, what's up? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Kel. Where do you pair it?
Yo, what up, Crip Mac? What's good? What's
going on with you, man? I want to let all the mothers out there know happy belated Mother's Day. Granny Bear, Mama Bear, Juicy Trina, which is Kalani Bear's mama. And also I want to say, all party Crips. Crips that cover their gang tattoos, Crips that sturm down fags, Crips that don't play ball, get cracking in the trenches, hood. Crips that only come around the hood days. Crips that don't do no destruction. Crip Mac has no love side to you, you custer ass mother party Crips.
I feel you. I hear you, Crip Mac, man.
By me.
Yeah, your disgust for party Crips is one thing, man, that I can say you have always had. You know what I mean? You've always been against that party gang banging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your motherfuckers want to gang bang fight a big booty sitches, cuz, but don't want to get cracking fight they dead homeboys. Them type of niggas, cuz. Nigga don't respect no nigga like that.
Yep. Now, Crip Mac, what about when you get older, man? You allowed to become a party Crip then? I mean, there's been.
I'm never gonna see a party Crip, sir. You can never call me a party Crip.
Okay, we gonna hold you to that one, man. Especially when you big C repping, you know what I'm saying? And everybody starts throwing them.
Never no party Crip. All party Crips away from me.
Now, this before, but it seemed like, man, you was running into some issues because
the program time 5 to 555 push-up issues with the jumping jacks.
Okay, so you making them workouts. That's good. Federal sentence to you. It looked like you were gonna be able to see some time here at home soon, man. So what's it looking like with Crip Mac coming home?
Well, Kerr, you know, I'm doing stuff with Andrew, Channel 5, and I want to shout out Julian. We're doing something on a farm. I'm doing some barnyard cow type of music. Cut a reason why a lot of the guys in orange clothes are able to walk around out there right now. Underscore, and he's definitely making sure everything's happening with all the great people and everything, and just want to shout him out. He's not a party Crip. Everything's there on my platform, 55th Street underscore, and he's definitely making sure everything's happening with all the great people and everything, and just want to shout him out. He's not a party Crip. Cut a reason why a lot of the guys in orange clothes are able to walk around out there right now. Oh God! Shout out Blue Devil.
Okay, so the homie is holding you down, man.
Oh yeah, Blue Devil. Yeah, most definitely. Shout out Blue Devil.
That's what's up. Now, with your YouTube fame and your YouTube success, before you went in, you had your thing going up with you and China Mac. How's that doing right now?
Shout out China Mac. China Mac sent Kalani Bear and Juicy Trina's a happy see later.
For you?
Oh, most months and would have been a little popular. They started hitting the great lawyer, older general, you know.
So in the feds, how does the cripping, how does it bust up?
Well, pretty much, it's everybody is from wherever they from, you know, and pretty much they just go off of if you have any good paperwork or not here.
Okay, so it's
this
all
call is from a federal prison.
It's all about the paperwork, not really about your set back home.
Well, it's everybody from everywhere around the world.
Oh yeah, it's the feds. I keep forgetting, man. You doing that fed time?
Yeah, everywhere around the world. We do have some 5 Hoovers here, but they're off count and then from other states. So, you know, I mean, what can they say?
Okay, nah, what's crazy is, Crip Mac, the feds are in the news a lot lately, man. And today a big story broke. I don't know if you guys heard on the yard there, But Tory Lanez, man, I guess he's at Tehachapi. Yeah,
Cover
man.
your gang tattoos. You don't do no shit like that.
Surprised that he's running GP, you know, and he didn't take any.
Yeah, only custers go in protective custody.
That's true. That gets you to 25.
When your time is shorter like that, they don't really send you.
He's a podcaster. He goes on No Jumper sometimes too, and he does his own little show. You know what I'm saying? He's a 6-0 or something like that. Nobody really knows, you know, the factuals on it. What up, Crip Mac, man? So what's up, man? We gonna continue.
The situation did come up when I was on the yard today.
That's a wild one. Because he got airlifted, man.
I mean, hey, we're all men. I don't know. They're not my type of people. I'm interested in nobody like that, and I don't like them type of people. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
You got your own program that you run in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Was talking with Brick Baby, and they kind of were talking about you fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what did you see that video with B Braze and Brick Baby?
No, I heard Custer ass Odium Slim talking about it though, and King Five Fingers was gonna beat her ass. Odium Slim on 5-5 grip.
Whoa, so you don't rock with Odium Slim anymore?
On 5-5 grip, fuck Niggas a hater of me, And like people want to say, all right, with the shit with all the facts, yeah. On 5-5 grip, when I got hit and my jaw got fractured on neighborhood grip, I screamed. On the dead homies. Anybody got a problem with it, they can get down with me. Cause I play ball in the trenches and I catch any fade that comes my way. Nigga try to smut my name, get hurt out here. On Crip. That's it and that's all, nigga. I got a permanent black eye from that DP in the 55th Street alley. My face is permanently fractured. My teeth are off. I'm still gang banging. I'm still gonna get cracking anytime, any.
Okay, so you know this is the hyper emotionalism that we be talking about. So, how is Slim smutting your name if he's simply talking about your performance in the fade? How is that smut? That's not smut. There's a pretty consistent consensus on your fighting ability and style. It's pretty consistent, right? How is that smut? I don't understand how that's smut at all. But hey, you know, seems like he's mad at the brother, and that's unfortunate.
Day. So all that troll shit, them niggas. 5-5 grip.
Nah, I get it, man. But it's kind of.
I'm serious as a mother.
Nah, I get it. But
my hand's been fractured 5 times. My jaw's been broken 5 times. My teeth been knocked out. My face is permanently fractured on neighborhood crib. And my 5 ever fight and crack on enemies the rest of my life, nigga. I would none of that troll shit, cuz.
Do you think that they're just trolling because, you know, you guys are separated?
Hey, cuz, like I said, Odium Slim on 5-5 grip, nigga.
That's wild, man.
That ain't a homeboy. 5-5 grip, cuz.
I mean, you know, it's a lot of emotions again. You know, for you to say there's not a homeboy, you know, at the end of the day, y'all 5-5-5-7, 5-5-7, and you know, Slim really a member from up over there, right? We understand that Crip Mac is a mascot and he's very popular online, but we talking about membership, when we talking about, you know, accolades and decorations, as far as, you know, gang activity goes, Crip Mac ain't got that. ODM Slim do. So that's kind of crazy. He's talking with that level of spice. It's really crazy.
Man, that's crazy, man. Because I remember when y'all first hit the internet, man, he was like one of your biggest supporters or whatnot. But it looks like you guys are falling out.
Okay, like I said, neighborhood crib. That's it, and that's all.
All right.
Yeah, my jaw's been broken 5 times. My hand's been fractured. I got a permanent black eye. My teeth's been knocked out. My face is permanently fractured. On neighborhood crib, on them face, on hoosters. I did scream when my jaw got fractured. On neighborhood crib, I'm gonna catch every fade. I'm gonna crack on any enemy. That's me. It's Hoover Killer Destruction. It's Baby Crazy Mad Ass Crip. The 55th Street is below General. Remember that, nigga.
It sound good. it sound good. That's all I'm gonna say. It sound real good, man. It sounds real good, as it typically does. It sounds good. I want to know. I see Ant reacted. I want to know if Ant gonna have a video of Slim. Because I want to see the video where Slim say something about Cub. Oh, 2 games for YouTube. Got it. Praise the Lord.
The homie Bad News came back over him. That's who made him scream. Bad News made him scream.
On 5-5 Crip, when I got hit and my jaw got fractured on neighborhood Crip, I screamed.
What it do, YouTube? What it do? Today, Crip Mac did an interview with Witty Apparatus. Salute to him for the content. Crip Mac decided to go in on my boy ODM Slim. A lot of you guys are gonna be confused by this. I'm the only person that can fully explain their beef, because I'm the only person who covered that content. A while back, B Brace did a video based on Crip Mac. That video is no longer on YouTube, but lucky for you guys, I always keep the content on deck. So B Brace took a few shots at Crip Mac. He said his fighting ability is trash. He was there when Crip Mac fought Bad News. Crip Mac was hollering and screaming when Bad News socked him in the jaw. Everybody thought B Brace made the whole story up, but come to find out it was true, because today Crip Mac confirmed this himself. B Brace called Crip Mac a J-Cat. He said Crip Mac ain't no Crip. The reason why Crip Mac is mad at ODM Slim, because ODM Slim was there on that live. Crip Mac said ODM Slim just stood there and watched and said nothing. Here, let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
Who fought?
You said what?
Back on the screen. Real.
Say it again, Slim.
I said, who else C-Mac put the fought? Who C-Mac fought? Look, C-Mac got down. C-Mac got down with the homie Bad News came back over him. That's who made him scream. Bad News made him scream. He got down with Tiny Evil Buster from Brim. He got down with some gangsters. I seen the homies get down with him, and once I seen him falling and doing that little scary mark, I'm like, oh, that ain't good. I'm like, that's a case. That's like
That was on mute. Let me break it back down.
C-Mac got down. C-Mac got down with the homie Bad News came back over him. That's who made him scream. Bad News made him scream. He got down with Tiny Evil Buster.
So this is one of the lives that Baby Brazy had early on in his channel, right? That's Tiny Munchie B, I believe, also voiced there. ODM voice is there. ODM is on the live. The Tiny Evil from Brim that he's referencing is one of the niggas who ran on him when the homies had got up on him on the yard for that face tattoo. So that's who we saying is a Buster Tiny Evil. That's why, because the nigga ran on him, left him all stuck when the homies had got up on him. Had got up on B Brazy, that is. Baby B Brazy, that is. But yeah, so C-Mac, Bad News, reportedly made him scream. That's just been known in the streets. Bad News from Brim had made him scream when he hit him. Apparently, he broke his jaw. Now, hey, everybody's different. I know I done had my jaw broke before by a quite sizable Samoan when I was about 17, and I didn't scream, So, but hey, everybody is different. Everybody is different now.
From Brim. He got out. He got down with some gangsters. I seen the homies get down with him, and once I seen him falling and doing that little scary mark, I'm like, oh, that ain't good. I'm like, that's a case. That's like beating up a mental patient or something. But then I see him on here. The reason why I always disrespect him because I see him on the internet popping it like he's some crippin', and he ain't no crippin'. Dead homies, he ain't no crippin'. If he ain't no crippin', I know real Crips, dead homies. He ain't supposed to have no platform for no real Crips. It's other Crips that's out here putting their life on the line. But for him to be getting the money and be, you know what I mean, or unless you supposed to know he just a weirdo in a pond.
B Brace let ODM Slim know that he ain't trying to disrespect them. B Brace said he got a lot of love for Slim because when ODM Slim was in LA County Jail, according to B Brace, he did what he was supposed to do. Basically, he's saying that ODM Slim is good peoples, but to him, Crip Mac is bad peoples. B Brace let ODM Slim know that if Crip Mac was from his hood, that they would have put him off a long time ago because according to him, Crip Mac made the set look bad. B Brace said Tiny Scrap from 5'5" is a real member. However, to him, Crip Mac is not.
Look, Bob, let me tell this. Let me tell you this. Let me read this comment. See, Bob, let me read this comment. Bob on here letting the mother from Wooty Whoops, he just said disrespect his homies. What kind of Wooty Whoop are you? Bob, first of all, I ain't disrespecting you. He ain't no crippin'. He ain't no crip that no state. I don't know what he was over there. I just know when he came to jail, he wasn't supposed to be from over there no more. Not the 5'5" I run into, Tiny Scrap and them dead homies. He ain't supposed to be from their hood.
So today, Crip Mac finally responds to that situation. So this is the reason why he doesn't like ODM Slim. But honestly, I feel like they fell out a long time ago. If you guys notice, every time Crip Mac gets locked up, he disses ODM Slim. The last time that Crip Mac was locked up, he called ODM Slim out for the fade. He said when he gets out that they gotta run that fade. But when Crip Mac got released, they was cool again. So to me, this is a love and hate relationship. They're gonna always be cool because they're both from the 50s. Every member from the same hood is not gonna get along. But at the end of the day, cooler heads will prevail. And these two will be cool again. But they might just have to run a fade to get that out the way. But at the end of the fade, they're gonna shake hands. Here, let's listen to Crip Mac's response.
I heard Custer ass ODM Slim talking about it though, and King Five Fingers was gonna beat her ass. ODM Slim on 5'5" Crip.
Whoa, so you don't rock with ODM Slim anymore?
On 5'5" Crip, on 5'5" Crip, when I got hit in my jaw, got fractured on neighborhood Crip, I screamed. On the dead homies. Anybody got a problem with it? They can get down with me. Cause I play ball in the trenches and I catch any fade that comes my way. Try to smut my name, get hurt out here on Crip.
B Brace did retract some of the stuff that he said about Crip Mac. He gave him props for not turning down any fades. He said Crip Mac was willing to run a fade with every single rival. The only thing that he didn't like about Crip Mac was he didn't fight hard. He said Crip Mac would call his rival out for the fade. Then when they barely hit him, he falls to the floor and start curling up. Then he'll start moaning and screaming on the floor. He wants Crip Mac to fight hard. If you get knocked out, then you get knocked out. But fight hard.
Look. On Bloods, the comments, that's why I read the comments, though. Look. That's why I read the comments, because the peoples might see some shit you don't see. The comment just said, Crip Mac ain't turning down no fades. He a real outstanding member. I'm gonna be real. I just thought about that. On Lanes, he didn't turn down on them fades.
He got down. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like,
he
he got
had
down,
to
though.
take them fades, but he caught them fades. You like dead homie.
Here's Crip Mac's last response to ODM Slim. He sounds really pissed off. He said ODM Slim is no longer his homeboy. He wants to remind Slim of who he is. Things are starting to get spicy, my boy.
I got a permanent black eye from that DP in the 55th Street Alley. My face is permanently fractured. My teeth are off. I'm still gang banging. I'm still gonna get cracking anytime, any day. Hey, cuz, like I said, go to him Slim on 5-5 Crip. That ain't a homeboy. 5-5 Crip, cuz. Okay, like I said, cuz. On neighborhood Crip, I'm gonna catch every fade. I'm gonna crack on any enemy. That's me. It's Hoover Killer Destructions, baby. Crazy mad ass Crip. The 55th Street is below General. Remember that.
Well, there we have it. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's unfortunate. You know, I hope they can patch things up, man. Shout out to ODM Slim, man. And I didn't see. I mean, just from what I heard right there, ODM ain't say nothing crazy though. You know, he was just asking for the object. You gotta. Okay, so you know, Baby B Brazy. We got Baby Brazy. We got Crip Mac. Crip Mac goes into the blood dorm. I believe it's a story. Brick Baby's already in the blood dorm. They arrange phase. Now you have to understand, Crip Mac has disrespectful tattoos. Of course, everybody know about that BS on his forehead, but he got other disrespects to other communities on him as well. He got the brims dissed on his I think on his forearm, if I'm not mistaken. So of course the brims gonna need that when you come in there. So you know, they did what they did. You admit that you got whooped on in that situation, that you screamed that your jaw got broke, etc. You admitted that. So what did we just heard what ODM Slim said? What did ODM Slim say that's wrong that you just so upset about? It's crazy. 9 times out of 10, this is why hearsay. It's why the scriptures tell us about talebearing and things like this. Because 9 times out of 10, you're just getting hearsay, meaning somebody is telling you, oh, such and such said this, boom, boom. They're telling that to you on the phone through, you know, the prison phone communications, and now you coming to conclusions and you ain't really even heard the situation. You just going off of what a nigga told you, right? Now you on the internet talking about F cuz, not the homie, et cetera, when dude took you under the wing and really guided you into your entry into the industry, which was the launching pad to you getting the fame and clout and notoriety that you have today, which made you relevant for Witty Apparatus to reach out to you and pay you for a motherfucking interview, my nigga. That's called biting the hand that feeds you. You see what I'm saying? I don't know though, man. That's just me. That's just me talking, man. That's just me talking. That's my take on it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What else I got? Okay, that's that. Did I get? Hold on. Let me. I might have been something I posted to my story I wanted to talk about too. That was that. This is great. Haitian Flag Day stream tomorrow, though, too, on the Chief Dome channel and right here on Twitch. Haitian Flag Day stream tomorrow. Y'all see it. I'm going in. I got some stuff. I want to react to. Oh, look at this with Caitlin Clark. Something else? Okay, boom. Let's go here.
And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
I didn't even know the WNBA was cracking already. Is this a WNBA game? Yeah, it is. It's WNBA. It ain't one of the other little league they in.
Afterwards, has something to
that hate. Look at that white aggression, that white rage there. What's that was about?
say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention.
Who does she think she is touching my baby like that? Then white woman gonna walk away every time. She ain't lying.
Around the matchups between Reese and Clark, and
Bay ready to set it off.
Angel Reese is
Bay ready to set it off.
Still going after Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw...
You see that look? See that look? That right there, that's what'll get a motherfucker ass beat right there. Is that look after the fact. That's what's going to get your ass beat, right?
Angel Reese wide open. You knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and...
Look at the way she looks at her on the floor. Yeah, nah, she need her ass whooped. I ain't going to lie. That ain't just basketball. I mean, it is, though, but There was some hate. There was some real personal animosity behind that little foul right there. She had been thinking about that. She had been meditating on that all motherfucking game. Don't play.
Take that foul.
Look at her trying to walk off now. You see that white shit she pulled? Y'all see that bullshit she pulled? Fuck out of here. Hey, but look, but Reese, you bullshit too though. Angel Reese is bullshit too. Hold on, can I get? Let me pull this up on YouTube. Fuck the bullshit. All right, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, foul. Fuck wrong with me? Can I get the? Look at this white bitch, dog. Let's go right here. All right.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And
hold on.
Rebecca Allen, too.
Oh, okay. So now I'm seeing it. This was retaliation, right? This is retaliation, y'all. Let's watch it. Now I see what's going on. Still don't touch my baby though. Give a damn what you did it for. But let's look. So look, boom. So boom, here's the shot, right?
Rebecca.
Now look, Reese, she's grimy. See, that's how I know she my baby. She just like me. I would have did the same motherfucking move, nigga. So look, she take that shot. She's anticipating that rebound. She's anticipating where the bounce is, and she knows sis in a red jersey. She is in prime position to get a rebound. So what I got to do if I want this board so we can get a second chance bucket is I got to get this bitch the fuck out the way. So how do I do it?
Allen.
Bitch by. Push her. That's how. Now, she didn't anticipate the bounce to be funny like that, but still her getting her out the way did put her in a better position to be able to get that rebound.
Too strong on a
boom, got it. So here's Caitlin like, damn, you pushed the homegirl. So now she sees she's got possession. She thinks she's got an easy basket. She got a clear path. Now Caitlin feels the necessity to come with a hard foul as retaliation to send a message and prevent the basket. She don't like it. She just pushed her teammate. So, okay, I can see what's going on now.
Three. And look out.
Yeah, so that look down, that was malicious. But look, here's why Angel Reese is bullshit. You see what Angel Reese has right here? She has all space and opportunity to get physical, to do something, to push, to shove, to mush, to do to pinch. Caitlin Clark, let's see if she does it.
Caitlin Clark pushes in.
She acting like she had got held back. She wasn't even held back yet. She was playing. Reese, baby, you could have got on
Angel
her.
Reese and Angel Reese.
You could have got on her at any point. You could have pushed her at any point right there.
Gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention.
My baby talking all shit. She looking so good though.
Around the matchups between
look at her acting like she gonna walk up. This all just a stunt, but she cute as hell.
Reese and Clark.
I love her. Let me hold her. I can hold her, but I'm gonna calm her down.
Clark and Angel Reese is still going after Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
So look, right here, this is why we really gonna see she did bullshit. Why?
Everyone
Boom.
in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel Reese wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
That Angel took exception to. So initially, Angel pushes Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up.
See, she look at that. Let's you know what I like to do. Y'all know what I like to do. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. Let's go back just a tad. So look. Let's go back to when Caitlin's on. When my baby on the floor.
Hard.
So when she bounce up, look, she can go. She can leap. She getting pushed. She still got arms lanky and long enough to get her. Look, there's nothing really holding her back right there. She's playing. She could have got on that if she wanted to get on that. She could have got on that if she wanted to get on that. She could have. Let's see what she said after.
Conversation with the official. Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know. If you either Angel gets wide open 2 points, or we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
Well, Caitlin, I saw you having a long conversation.
No audio.
Just what you saw in that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, refs got it right. Move on.
Angel, can you take us through the flagrant foul from your perspective? Just what you saw in that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, refs got it right.
Okay, so she said basketball was played, refs got it right, move on. Okay, so they're not trying to feed into it because there's narrative. There's narrative that's gonna get spun about all this. There's definitely narrative that's gonna get spun, but and it's only because it's these two. If we know that if this happened with any two no-name women, which the majority of this league is, this would not have been a headline. Nobody would give a damn about it at all. But because it's them and because from the You Can't See Me going to college and them coming into the all that, because of all that, we understand that this is a much bigger deal than would normally exist. We get that. Right, we definitely, totally get that. Right. Okay, I got a 20v1 I want to react to. Do I want to react to this 20v1 right now? We got Dolly and Rolly. What they got? Broads, niggas and broads. They got hella broads. Yeah, no, I don't know about this right now. Again, though, y'all, tomorrow I will be hitting y'all with the Haitian Flag Day stream on the Chief Dome YouTube and right here on Twitch. So I definitely encourage everybody to make sure to tune in tomorrow. Make sure y'all following my new channel, the @Grla Hebrew channel. And yeah, man, I'm getting ready to sign out. Join the Discord, Grla.club. Join the Discord. Getting ready to sign out, man. Hope we enjoy.